Hi, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. And welcome back to part 2 of making my August journal. If you haven't seen the first part, I did my cover and I picked out my pages. And then I showed you my printables that I had just listed in my Etsy shop that I'm going to use for August. And it's got a couple of doodled rainbows, kind of a boho rainbow-ish, or I think it is anyway. That's my rendition of boho rainbow colors. And anyway, so I just thought I would bring you back and show you. I haven't put my papers together. This journal cover is very solid. I made it out of a Triscuit box and glued, you know, I had cardstock here, and then this was really thick cardstock, so it made for a very sturdy cover. I haven't decided if I'm going to trim off the little extras right here. I did let that dry for a long time. I glued it with Fabri-Tac. Yeah, I'm not going to fold them under. I might trim them off, but anyway, I don't have to do that right this second. So for now, I'm just going to put my pages together. And I have, let's see, 3 solid colors. And then I have, oh, I know what I need to do still. And that's, I didn't trim these matte pages down. I need to trim off the tops just a hair. I have 2 music sheets, 1 like little workbook page, 2 atlas, and then the rest is cardstock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, yeah, I think August has 31 days. I can't remember. Anyway, I do 16 anyway. So, because one time I did 15 and I cut myself short. So now I'm, you know, gun shy doing that. Trimmer right here. Right next to me. So I need to trim these down. The rest of my pages are about 9. They're 9 inches tall. So I just want to trim this down to about 9. Or pretty close to it. And then we'll get to putting them together. So, there we go. All right, that was easy enough. And my 2 music pages have flips, or like flip outs, right here. And I want to kind of put, let's see, here's my, I've got my solids and I've got my kind of junk journalish papers, and then I've got my cardstock over here. This is double-sided cardstock, and I'm thinking that, what do I want as my cover? Or the, you know, the cover page. And I'm not, the way that I have them folded, I might not keep them folded that way. Was going to be the point of that story. That's really pretty. Let's see what would look best with the inside cover. Seems how that's where you're going to see. Ooh, right off the bat, look at that. This is winning. And that wins a little bit. But this is really speaking to me, I think. Let me see what these 2 are. That one, and then that is a different color yellow. Let me fold that in and see. No. So I definitely want this one. I should have just gone with my gut right off the bat. Trust your gut. Your gut knows what you want. So I'm going to start with, this is going to be my outside paper. I want something that's going to go with this page. And it could be any of these, actually. Okay, maybe not that one. Ideally, I would use one of these. So let's try, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's try this one. And then maybe what do we think about this one? That one's kind of got potential. It's got that gold in it, and it's kind of subtle. Okay, this one I might have a little bit of a harder time matching, so let's use one of these, or, well, where'd that little workbook page go? Well, fiddlesticks. Ooh, nope. That one would work too, maybe. But I have had well, I just had it. Y'all saw it. Actually, I almost like that. I know that's two totally different prints, but okay, so who saw where my little workbook page goes? Okay, I have my two atlas pages. Here's, aha, right there. So I could do that. I'm not loving it, but I could do it. Let me see if I like this any better. Okay, so if we do that, and then how about one of, ooh, no, I think I want this as my center page, I think. So I'm gonna set that to the side, and let's see what else we pull from. What about this right here? Because this didn't look bad against that. Well, not that that has anything to do with that anymore. Now let's try this one and see if we like it. I think I have more. So I've already used 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I've got a pretty good balance. Let's try that one. And then we'll try either this one. Yeah, let's do this one. And then we can do, how about a map? I like that. And then maybe this one. And then we open that up to, okay, I have, oh, I've got my solid sheets. Hold on. Yep. I should need to alternate in one if I'm gonna try to do them divided evenly, because I had 8 scrapbook pages and 8 other pages, right? So as long as I alternate them, we should be right on track. So map page, scrapbook page. Now I need either another map page or this or the solid. Okay, so here's my other solid. Okay, so I could do this right here, and that's gonna be a very pink page. And then we're gonna have a couple of really pink pages right in a row. Do we care? Let's see what this one looks like. Let's throw some blue in there. Oh, let's do this. Let's fold this on the other side. and do that right there. Then I can bring in this solid or the matte page. I like either one with this. I think I like that bright yellow. And then I've got this one. And then I've got this. And then I've got this. Okay, I think I can live with that. Let's see what it's gonna look like. I really love this page. And let's see if this is gonna be, it's gonna be chunky, but it will be good. All right, so we have this. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh. I have an extra sheet. That did not quite work out. Okay, forget counting. I already know it's not going to work out. So let's do... I'll tell you what, instead of having these solid pinks together, or this one right here, I think I'm going to mix up and put this in the middle of it. Okay, so put this one back in the middle, and then now I think we've used all of our pages. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I love that, 13, 14, that's upside down, that matters. We were on 14, 15, 16, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Oh, I like that. Yep, and then we'll be in September, y'all. I can't believe it. This year is flying by. Flying, flying, flying. All right, so ruler right here. I'm just gonna kind of pack them in there a little bit. These smaller pages, I am gonna try to get that one in the middle. Where did you go? It's the little book page. That one. Okay, it's pretty much in the middle. Okay, so it's kind of staying there. And then we'll pack that in as tight as it'll go. And then we're going to clip. And if they're not 100% even, that's okay. That is all right. Nope, don't open it all the way. So, how are you progressing on your August journals? I know I've already seen a couple of yours. And they look like they're coming along nicely. There we go. Okay, that looks good to me. Everything's in there. So now let me do this. I'm just getting the cover in there. pages as into the center as I can. And then, nope, they are not centered in the, there we go. There we go. Well, there we went. We had it. And now we don't. So, I'm going to, yep, the bottom looks good and the top, okay, this looks great. I like it. So now I'm going to get my pokey tool. And yes, thank you for reminding me to clean my tools because my needle is good and my pokey tool is a little sticky, but it's not bad. And what I'm going to do is open it just a little bit. And I'm going to go through all of them at one time. Now and hopefully I come out somewhere in the middle, which I did. And y'all have been good about reminding me to clean my, I do about a thumb's length in, by the way. Y'all been good about reminding me to clean my needle. It last month and this month won't be so bad because I'm not going through that tape. So let me put that right about there. I want to make sure that's closed enough that I come out in the center. Yeah, so using this fabric as opposed to that really sticky tape isn't gumming up my needle and pokey tool quite as much. So now I need to pick out the thread, which I didn't break out my big box of embroidery thread. I didn't feel like I needed to because I think this right here is going to win. However, let me grab my box just in case there's something we like better, or my box is. But I'm thinking that one or this one maybe. Let's see what we have. I wasn't trying to make this a super long video, but I have them. We might as well look at them. So, let's see what we have here. We have some yellows. I don't see anything that is really standing out to me other than maybe that one. It's very subtle, don't you think? Or we could go darker. No, I have darker right there. This one is very subtle as opposed to this one's darker. And then this one matches more of the flowers. I don't think I like this one as much. Let's see, we have this one right here, which is similar. Oh, I like that one. Okay. I think I like this one. What do y'all think? This one really just blends into both. So let's take a strand out of here. I'd like to use this up if I can. Before yeah, before I break out the other boxes. But I mean, if I can, if I don't have the colors, then I'll use it out of the boxes. I do not mind. I think that works. Let me see how long it is. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, yeah, it's more than 3, so that works. The needle out. This thing is so hard to open, but it keeps the needle nice, and I don't jab myself in the process. So, and this is always the fun part. There we go. All right, I'm starting on the outside. If you want your tails on the outside, you start on the outside. If you want them on the inside, you start on the inside. I think personally, let's double check, make sure we have everything upright. I don't think the maps matter too much. And I think the only pattern that mattered was the heart and this one. So this is our front, right? Yeah, because our flower is up. Okay. I just wanted to make sure before, because I glued it in wrong last time. Glued it. I sewed it in upside down last time. I didn't glue it in wrong. Well, it ended up looking like I glued the inside cover in upside down, is what it ended up looking like. Okay, now I like to take a clip and put it on here just because it helps to keep me from pulling my thread all the way through. If you pull hard enough, it doesn't prevent it, but it helps me not to do that. And I try to do it at the angle that I poked the hole initially, and then it goes right through. You're not poking a new hole, because if you're doing that with your needle, that's going to be hard. I mean, it's possible, but it's hard. Okay. And then going all the way down, where did my hole go? Wow, it covered itself up. Well, that's interesting. Let's go, let's kind of re-poke this. Where's my pokey tool? I guess the fabric healed itself. Heal thyself. Okay. There we go. Well, it's still hard to see, but it's right there. And if you keep it kind of open at the same angle that you poked your holes, it's easier. And if you poke them straight through, it's easier, as opposed to kind of on an angle. And as I say this, I'm struggling with this one. Why are we struggling? I don't know. Nope, because we're not at the right angle. I think going in from the outside is a lot harder than going in from the inside. So I'm going to loosen my reins here a little bit. And nope. Close, but not quite. Okay. I poked an accidental hole in my paper a little bit, but it won't be too bad. And then you still have to come in through this. Well, it helps if you use the pokey side of the needle. You still got to come back through this center hole without, don't do it left-handed. Come back through the center hole, preferably without poking a new hole. There we go. I need it to sit flat. Without poking a new hole like I just did, and without splitting your thread. That's because there's already one in that hole. There we go. All right, and then you want, most of you already know this, but if you don't, this is where I take off my clips. Some people leave them on through the whole process, and I did apparently split the thread. Maybe it won't matter too much. Okay, it's gonna matter, but I'm going with it. And you pull it, you want one on each side, and you pull it kind of, you know, where it's snug. Not too tight, but snug. And then you just tie whatever knot you know how to tie. I don't do fancy knots. I don't know anything but the, you know, lace your shoe and not your shoe. So I just do it a couple times, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times, however many it takes, and then I just tie a little bow. And then I always talk about how I'm going to come back and add something to my strings here, and I never do. So there we go. There we have a bow, and there we have a journal. And yay, it's not upside down. All right. So, and that page hit the center. That was good. It caught all three of the signatures. That was good. Good job. And hopefully everything else was right side up that was supposed to be right side up. And, yep, that looks good. And that one didn't matter. Got a little sticky something on there. And away we go. Alrighty. So we have a little bit more time. And I can make a pocket on this inside cover now. These are my options. I mean, I have these, but they were just almost just plain white. That was what I cut off of the top part of here. So I have this. I think this is going to be hard to find a match or one that doesn't look too busy with these two patterns. That one, wait, they have opposite sides. Okay, I don't like that. That one, not quite, because it's very much the wrong color yellow. That one, that one, that one. I may have to just use a solid color. Let's see. Let me go find something solid and then we'll reconvene. Okay, I was checking out my options. I have solid, which that's not the right color. And then I have this, which pulls out that kind of, this is more of a rust color, and it kind of has that color in it. I don't know if it's picking up in the camera, but it also pulls here. I'm not in love with it. It would work. I'm actually thinking, how badly do I need a pocket? This one, if it wasn't for this page, I think I could live with this. And it's different enough that it might work, if that makes sense. Then I remembered I had this one, and then I remembered there's this. So I'm wondering if I should go with this because it's over here too. That would tie the two pages together. And then I was thinking, do I like this? And I like this side better than the other side. I just don't know if I like it on here. Then I had a totally different idea because I was pulling out stuff from another paper, from my little box of things that I've cut up. Look at how well this matches. And it says Summertime Memories. So that might go on my cover page. I don't know that I'm going to be making many more summertime memories. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any trips planned or anything like that. I mean, nothing that's, I don't know, one where I'm going to see some family. But anyway, then that got me looking at the paper pad that this was out of. And remember, this is the one, I mean, I like that. I almost used that as my cover. This one had all of the drink mixes, or the, where is it? Not the, I mean, this would work, but that wasn't the one I was talking about. This pina colada. It certainly matches. It has all the colors in it. Let me see if I like this. It has that kind of red color in it, and it has the gold. I would probably take it from down here. Then I thought about this one. This was the watermelon mojito. Okay, out of the two, if I were going to have a drink, it would be this one. That would pull some of the pinks from over here. And I don't know how else to use those papers. I'm probably not going to, I mean, I guess I could use them at some point. But this one I think matches the best. And yes, I have to have matchy-matchy. I do like for them to match. That is, it's a deal breaker for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to stick my arm up in your face. So let me see where I would cut this. I think 3.5 is probably a good, what is this, 3? Yeah, I think 3.5 is a pretty good depth for a pocket. 4 is a little much, I think. I mean, it's a deep pocket, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with a 4-inch pocket. I like that one. Now, I could not believe, because these are from different paper. This one's not even a paper pad. This is a paper that I just got. I was really shocked at how well that matched. So, I think I'm going to cut it. That looks like a little more than 6. All right, let's put away my... Oh, I stuck myself with my pokey tool. Let me put away some of my stuff here, because now I've buried my ruler again. There we go. Yeah, I like to make it about 6 1/4. That's about what that paper is. So, what did I do with my strip? Here we go. So, if I go 6 and... Well, fiddlesticks. I don't want to go 6 1/2. I think I'll go 6 1/4. Which makes that a little less than... I'm going to put it in my little paper, my little box with my scraps for this month. Okay, what did I just do wrong? Did I not measure that? It's okay. It's gonna be covered with washi. It's all good. I don't know how I measured that so wrong, but I did. So I am not a pina colada person. I'm not a coconut person, but the colors match. And I have the paper. So, here we are. I'm going to do washi. I'm going to push these two, if you pucker that pocket a little bit, like push these two in just a hair, it allows you to hold more in your pocket. It also makes your pocket looser, so you don't do it, you wouldn't want to do it too much. So... I'm going to stick this in here because I may put this on the front cover. I don't like it on here as much as I do this one. So I'm going to stick it here. I'm not sure that I want it on there just yet, but I have another one if I decide to use it later in the book. Oh, I was going to pick out washi. Okay. Let me put up my cutting thingy. So, right off the top of my head, we could use this gold Hello Sunshine. We could use this. I don't need a wide strip, so that certainly would work. It's just the gold with little white circles on it. This one would work as well. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. It's kind of busy, but it's kind of pretty. It's got all the colors in it, plus 1 or 2 that we don't have. It's got that kind of purple in it. Ooh, I think I kind of like that. Okay, I guess we made a decision. It's mainly just to cover that cardboard. And I thought it was going to cover the side of this pocket, but I ran it too far over up into the crease there. It covered the edge. It's good. It is. Whoop. Hold on. I just threw my scissors across the room. Okay. I'm glad nobody was standing behind me, or that would have hurt. Okay. yeah, I like that. I like that contrast, or that, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I like it. So we have the same paper over here. So we're going to do the same thing here. Let's see if we can get it right up on that edge. You've heard me say this if you've watched any of my videos, I have like done tape on the inside so that the cardboard doesn't show here. But I don't necessarily feel like I don't necessarily like to do that because it adds so much thickness to the spine. For a monthly journal, I really just don't think I need that. I just think it's not necessary. So, especially with the fabric, I think it's all good. I could have trimmed that up a little bit better, but I do want to add, I haven't gotten it yet, but I want to add some pom-pom trim right here. And, I just was waiting until I could go. I was going to order some, and then I wanted to see it in person. But, and then I forgot to order. Well, anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, so what else do we want to do? Do we want to call it good here? Or do we want to maybe think about starting to... No, I was going to say starting to prep the pages. This was the little notepad I just got at the Dollar Tree. We're already halfway through the year, but here's August. This actually has that bluish, that kind of, well, come on, I just want one. Come on. There we go. It's got more than one of each month. It's kind of got this periwinkle. Oh, okay. Let's do something about that. Because otherwise it's going to stick. The tape was sticking to this page right here. Let me see if we need to do that over here. I think we're okay. I'll add it if I need it later. But I love these colors. This kind of has that little bit of blue that has in it. And then if I were to use this and do it something like that, maybe. I'm wondering if I want to find a third something to put right here. And I happen to have these that I got from Hobby Lobby a while back. It was when they had a sale on their paper studio. These are just kind of retro. There's 50 die cuts in here. I have refrained from dumping them out. Well, I started to dump them out, and then oh, I know what I have, though. Well, I have that right there. That's big. That was bigger than I intended. Summertime Memories, Rainbow, and that, maybe? I don't know. This feels very thick. Let's see what else we have. Be the best version. Oh, wait, here's another. I also have my rainbows that I printed, or that I drew. Let me get those out. I just had them. Well, phooey. That one's too big. I shrunk the one down before I shrunk the rainbow down before I posted it. I just had those printables out and was showing you the printables. How far could they have gone? I am constantly losing stuff in my videos. Now, why is that? Did I not just have them out showing them to you? I have these. Well, okay. I have a couple of printed versions of it, but they were like my test versions. So, let's see. But they have that teal in it, and this doesn't. So I'm kind of liking this. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. So maybe that and that. And then something like that. What do we think about that? I'm wondering if that's going to stay glued down, seeing as how there's such a hump right there. Could do it like that. Now, I like them connecting. I think I like that right there. Or that can even stick out for a little bit. Like that, just kind of a little cluster. Okay, that's why that was so thick, is there was two of them. No, now I like this one better. But I want the one that I just had. It's got to be, oh, here it is. No. I was gonna say, it's got to be right here in the paper. Yeah, it's right here. What a ding dong. It's right here. But this one has that teal in it. And if you order it, yours is not going to have 227s. I just didn't reprint it. I just want to see what this one looks like. It adds that teal in there. But I scaled it down so that it would fit this journal, which is a the pages are about 6 inches wide. So if your journal is 6 inches wide, or your pages are 6 inches wide, then that rainbow should fit on your paper. So the first one I did was big. I don't know if that's too busy, or if it just incorporates. I think I like this die cut. Let me see about this. There's two. Okay. Let me see what else we have. Oh, I like this one. What I wanted to do, or thought about doing sometime in August, was, okay, that's just one. It just feels thick. I've had this kit. I don't know if I can get this kit again. I was going to go check it out and see. Look at the retro roller skate. And the happy face. I love these colors. And yeah, they're kind of fallish. Maybe I just get to this point and I'm like jumping the gun on fall. But, you know, I just like all the colors. And these aren't quite fall colors to me, so. Ooh, I like that right there. But what I thought about doing is making a journal kit, or making the journal and then having like some stuff like this in here, and then my printables or something. I thought about making one and making it with you and then doing a giveaway. I am, let's see, what did I do with, I think I raked it off. Yep. Because now I think I like that. yeah, I think I kind of like that. They're still touching. You know what I mean? All I need to be able to do is see the numbers. I'm not trying to write anything. So all I need to do is be able to see the numbers. And let me glue this one down. I'm going to use the art glitter glue, and because this is kind of a thick, this one's not as thick, but seeing how it's going to be stuck down on a curved, you know, I don't want to tempt fate with a glue stick. There we go. Well, that art glitter glue does not give you much wiggle room. But if you need something to dry fast, it's your gal. Oh, I think I scooted it over too far. I can trim this. There we go. Why not trim it some more? Okay. That should be perfect. And where did my little rainbow go? Right here. And see, that introduces that teal. Okay. So let me put this down. I think I'm going to have to scoot it over to the right a little further than I want. But, and I don't need art glitter. This is just paper. It's thin paper. But I have it out. I might as well use it. There we go. Yeah, I think I like that. That kind of, I don't want it to cover up the 25 completely. And I don't want this too far over on this little hump right here. So I think right there will be just fine. And then, but yeah, I'm kind of almost to 1,500 subscribers right now. And I was thinking that, at first I was thinking I would do a giveaway at 2,000, but then I thought, well, I like this kit and this color scheme, and I thought maybe somebody might want to use it for September. So I thought if I can get it done in time, then I might, you know, get it out and to somebody before, so they could use it as a September journal. Because to me, September's not quite fall. It's still very, very hot here. Maybe, I don't know, do the leaves, we don't have like the leaves change. I mean, eventually in the winter they die and fall off. And then we do have some leaves on the ground, but we don't have like these colors. And I think that's why I love fall colors so much, because we don't have that. So, okay, but I do like this. What do you think? I think it's fab. What are the chances that I will get all of this back in the bag? But I thought maybe I would either find another thing of this or share this one and maybe find some other things to put, you know, in the journal. Obviously, I won't have the exact same papers unless I go back and get more, because I wasn't thinking this when I went to the store and got the papers to begin with. I like that. Stay motivated and always positive. I love this pack of ephemera, though. And I have some that's birthday, too. And I really, I don't have it out. And I need to get it out so I'll use it. Because we just had a bunch of birthdays. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop there, though. And I am going to think I am going to trim this up. It just looks kind of... I was thinking maybe it would fray and look okay, but it hasn't yet, so let's see. Let's flip it this way, and I just don't want it to be quite so floppy. I mean, if it was real floppy, that would be fine, but it's not. It's kind of in between, so it's not really, you know, doing what I want it to do, so I might as well just trim it off. So, all right, here's my August journal, and maybe I'll find something that says August, and put it here. I'm really bad about why I have it here. I actually had the calendar a date in the journal. I'm so bad about not putting what month it is, and then I go back and can't remember what month or year it is. So, but yep. So here is the finished journal, and I can't wait to fill her up. So let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, I like that. I like how that turned out, because it put a little splash of the blue in there. We tied the blue in here and here, and then the red's tied together, and yeah, I think that looks good. So, hey, first page done, right? All right, that's half the battle. And I may bring you back to do, I don't know how boring that would be for you. I thought about doing my numbers all at one time this month and going ahead and putting them on. Very rarely do I ever not put them on the top corner. The only thing that would change my mind is like if I want washi, but maybe some of the pages I will go ahead and put washi on there. I don't know. So maybe we'll do some decorating on the inside. I don't really know what I mean by that exactly. You know, but maybe we'll figure it out. And if I do that, I will bring you back for that. If not, we'll just do it day by day. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you being here. I always appreciate you watching. And again, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, we're having fun over there. And it's a place that you can share your projects. And I love seeing your projects. So, I will leave the link in the description below. Or you can just search it, Messy Missy Creates on Facebook. It's a group. And you just have to ask to join, and it asks you 3 questions, 3 easy questions. So, yeah, I'd love to see you over there and see what you're making. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.